I feel really, really bad for the people who are actually out trying to buy a home these days because it seems like it may legitimately have been a dream of the past. The American dream of home ownership may be over. Housing prices soar to a new all time high in March. If you were having problems affording a home before, don't worry. You still won't be able to. And in fact, housing prices are going up even higher, even faster. Oh, geez. I feel really, really bad for the people who are actually out trying to buy a home these days because it seems like it may legitimately have been a dream of the past. The American dream of home ownership may be over. And the crazy thing is, we may have seen it happen in the span of 5 years. From 2019 to today, it legitimately may be over for the American dream. Welcome back to Outlier Live. My name is Christopher Yule, and even though we have all these problems out here in the housing market, I'm still going to profit hack Zillow for you in just a couple minutes here. U.S. housing prices hit a fresh record in March as affordability crisis deepens. I've talked about this many times before. If I were to buy my house today, given the market price for my home and the rate that the financing is now, which is more than double what I got it at when I got my mortgage, we're looking at my housing payment being 4 times higher, 4 times than what I'm currently paying. So I have what I've seen other people call as golden handcuffs, right? My rate's low. I paid a great price for my house, but if I were to go replace this home today, I may not be able to afford it. So I'm not going anywhere. I mean, maybe I could sell my home and buy a van because it seems like everything has gone up so much these days that, what my home used to cost now is what a van costs. Give me a break, right? We got so many problems out here, and hopefully come November we can elect somebody who can figure things out and we can get right back on track. Home prices reached a new record in March amid an ongoing housing shortage, even as high mortgage rates pushed affordability out of reach for more Americans. Prices increased 6.5% nationally in March when compared to the previous year. Marks the fastest pace in growth since November 2022. On a monthly basis, prices climbed 0.3%. So this is actually going opposite of the whole point of raising rates. So hear me out. The point of raising rates was to combat inflation. Inflation needs prices to come down. So if the financing costs double and I want to buy a home and you want to sell your home to me, I'm saying, hey, I'm only going to spend, let's use round numbers here, $400,000 for that home. You're pricing it at 500,000. The only way that you are going to sell to me is if you lower the price. If you go, okay, fine, I need to get out of this home right now, I'm going to lower it down to 400,000. That's how we combat inflation. Because when rates are higher, people can't afford the 500,000, but they could still potentially afford the 400,000. So you got to come down in price to meet where your buyers are. It seems that that is not the case right now. Seems that that is not the case. The 10 city composite that they're looking at here rose 8.2%. The 20 city composite also tracks Dallas and Seattle, had an annual gain of 7.4%. Prices rose in all 20 major market metros tracked by the index. That's crazy. Largest price gain once again took place in San Diego, with an increase of 11%. And then followed by New York and Cleveland. Who wants to live in Cleveland? With a 9.2 and 8.8%. Denver saw the smallest gain in March, climbing just 2.1%. Cities like Tampa, Phoenix, and Dallas, which saw top tier performance in 2020 and 2021, are now growing at a slower rate. COVID was a boom for Sunbelt markets, but the bigger gains in the last couple of years have been in the northern metro cities. So I don't know about you, but looking at this, right, if I weren't already in a home, I think I would probably be on the fence with a lot of people, a lot of Gen Z, a lot of millennials who are looking at this housing market saying, I missed it. I missed my chance to get in the housing market. And I got to say, I'm super blessed for that. But let's take a look at Zillow stock. Whenever I look at the market, right, I always go to Zillow first. Tell me in the comments, where do you go, right? I usually go to Zillow first. And we can zoom in and we can see that Zillow, which peaked like in 2021, basically has been on a downward slope ever since then, right? Peaked at around $200 a share, now is sitting around $38 a share. So it's down a good 70% or so. And in fact, I mean, right now we still got an active sell signal on Zillow. So I don't think that the pain is over just yet for Zillow. So let's profit hack this stock. Profit hacking is super easy. Number one, find a stock. We found Zillow. Number two, take a look at the performance summary, which we can see here. Zillow or Outlier showing a 20% gain on Zillow, where buy and hold is down 18%. So Outlier is still outperforming Zillow here, even with the stock being down a fifth. Outlier would be up a fifth. And then step three on profit hacking is just following these buy and sell signals, making it super, super simple for you. And I also want to make it super simple for you. I want to send you a what am I trying to say? A pre-profit hacked stock, right? Every single day I'm sending out this email just like this one right here, where I profit hack a stock for you and I shoot you the email. All you got to do is head over to freeaitrades.com and you can get access to that newsletter right away. Now let's go take a look at what the internet has to say about this. U.S. government is manipulating economic data to make the economy seem stronger than it is. I have been saying this for a while. The theys in charge don't want you to know just how bad things are. The latest example, in order to hide a housing market collapse, the government changed the new home price peak back in October 22 from 496 down to 460, a 7% adjustment down. Well, that's interesting. They changed the new home price peak. Huh. That is interesting. So this is Fred data here. So this is like official data that you can download. This is news to me. Huh. Either way, not true. The supply is not there for collapse to happen. Look at new homes in the Canary cities. Well, that's kind of what the article was saying, right? Is that there's a supply shortage. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if the supply, well, let's back that up. The supply is not on the market because people are like me with the golden handcuffs saying, I'm not putting my house up for sale because I can't go anywhere, because I can't afford a mortgage that's 4 times higher than what I'm paying right now. That is why supply is not there. So even if we get another 20% correction of home prices, it would still be 15 to 20% higher than they were leading up to COVID. With the amount of illegal oh geez, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Let's see what else there is to say. Well, keeping rates high or higher for longer will certainly put housing prices back to where they were 30 or 4 years ago, adjusted for inflation. That's the whole point, right? Keep rates high, which is going to push prices down because eventually people are going to get desperate to sell. Now, be sure to click one of these 2 videos up above. The YouTube algorithm gods think you will love to watch more. Thank you so much for tuning in today's Outlier Live, and I will see you right here on the next episode.